Now that Indiana has passed their reformed version of the Freedom of Religion Act, and it will allow businesses to discriminate against those that they disagree with, like gay individuals, it turns out that there's a little bit of a loophole in the law that could benefit those who want to smoke a little bit of the devil's lettuce. So according to reports, while Governor Mike Pence was holding a signing ceremony for the bill allowing businesses and individuals to deny services to gays on religious grounds or values, paperwork for the First Church of Cannabis, Inc. was being filed with the Secretary of the State's office. So the church founder, a guy by the name of Bill Levin, announced on his Facebook page that the church's registration has been approved, writing status, approved by the Secretary of State of Indiana. Congratulations, your registration has been approved. Now we begin to accomplish our goals of love, understanding, and good health, of course, through marijuana.
Okay. Well, hey, listen, man, their religious freedom is paramount. I know that because it's in Indiana law. So if they want to be able to smoke the good stuff, Indiana, you told me that religion is the most important thing in the world. You got to respect religious beliefs. Are you with me? You with me?
If I were living in Indiana, which I'm glad I'm not, I would totally try to call out their bluff, right? Because in this case, this is what the guy's trying to do. First of all, marijuana is not legal in Indiana. So it's basically him saying, well, you know, discrimination isn't supposed to be legal. In this case, marijuana isn't legal, but if there's a religious exemption, this is my religion, and it's been registered, so why can't I smoke the weed if it's part of my religion? I want other religions to do something similar, right? So I do want Muslim business owners, if they exist in Indiana, to deny services to Christians and see how that works out. I want it to, but I don't want that to happen because I get joy and fulfillment out of discrimination. I want it to happen so people understand how absurd this law is.
Yeah, I got news for you. I don't know if there are any Muslim business owners in Indiana. It's a big country. Maybe there are. But they're not going to discriminate against Christians because then they'd have no customers. So I guess, I know. So nobody's going to take that risk. Of course, they're not going to do that. But I take your point on it'd be interesting if the shoe was on the other foot.
Right.
But this is partly the shoe's on the other foot because I'm sure there are a lot of people in Indiana who would say, no, weed is terrible and it's a gateway drug and we can't have it. But look, the new law says you cannot put an undue burden on my religious beliefs unless you have an overwhelming state interest. And I mean, do you really have an overwhelming state interest in making sure marijuana is illegal? I mean, not really. I mean, there's religious rights that involve wine and other types of alcohol. And, and so why not marijuana? And you can't prove that it's that dangerous. You know you can't prove it.
Right.
And by the way, one little kicker to this story, the guy making this argument is Indiana attorney Abdul Hakim Shabazz. So, boy, has this got to get under the evangelical skin in Indiana. They passed a law for religious freedom, and by that, of course, they meant good Christian freedom. Right. Here comes a guy with an incredibly Muslim name saying, hey, man, I got to have my right to smoke my ganja.
Right.
Right? They're like, oh, God damn it, I don't want to agree with Abdul Hakim Shabazz.
I wonder how much overlap there is, though. Like, how many Christian business owners who want to discriminate against gays also want to smoke weed legally? So they're like, awesome. Double win. I'm sure they exist. Come on.
Could be.
Everyone likes to get a little snow time to time.
By the way, the church founder is Bill Levin. And Bill's got to expand his horizons a little bit. He's asking for donations of $4.20 towards his nonprofit church.
I love it. I
love
this
that's
guy.
cute, $4.20. But dude, there are pastors in the country asking for $65 million jets. You can go higher. Go crazy. Ask for $420. See if you get $42.
I know, but he's all about the love, understanding, and good health, not about the money.
God
Honestly, this
heart.
is the kind of religion that I'd, be tempted in joining.
Yeah, he's like, send me $4.20 and we'll smoke weed together. I'm like, not a bad religion.